Sure, Quill. Put the huge magnifying glass near the trees. Ah! Okay, you're not wrong, actually. But I'm sure it's fine. Let's make sure our fire department actually has access to water. That seems like a pretty good idea. Oh, we're going to need garbage right away. We're going to need education right away, too, but the garbage is going to be something to worry about. I will get an incineration plant, and I'm going to put it right across from here. That's going to be okay. And yeah, we will have to get some schooling up as soon as possible. So let's get a regular school there, and I probably need to go with high school as quickly as possible, too. So you can see these expenses really start to go up. And I think I'm going to go busless here. I'm going to get trams all up in this area. That's why I'm going to standardize entirely on the 4-lane avenues, because these can all be trammed up, and we're basically going to tram everything. And then probably put subways next to a tram station to go to an industrial zone. Something like that. Alright, so we're losing lots of money, but that's because we have a crap ton of stuff and no actual people yet. We're going to run it in speed 5 over here. We have a fair amount of residential zoning. Still a lot of demand for it, but I think it's going to tweak around quite a bit. Recycling. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the incinerator's still good for some things, but yes, we should get a bunch of recycling down. And maybe it is time for us to go and finish the path. I wanted to, like, not spend the entire time just doing the path until we got, I wanted to get a city down so that we could, have things to look at. But now that we're waiting for that, that looks pretty good. You can get slightly different results, especially with the light posts and stuff, depending on exactly where you run this path. If you go slightly more central, you'll get a different look. So it's worth experimenting with a couple of different possibilities. But I was quite pleased with the hug it up against the road kind of look for that little strip of sand next to the K. I make no apologies. I think we'll have to move the road. Which apparently does not de-zone things, which is nice. Doesn't end up looking too wobbly or anything. Nope, we're good. Excellent. Okay. Cars moving in, population going up, money sinking as expected. We have tons of zoning though, so things should start to fill out. Forest industry over here. It's not as polluted as some others. And as far as I know, you can put this anywhere. You don't have to put it where there's already trees, because as you can see, they grow their own trees. Got some lumpy terrain forming from this, but I guess that's fine. How do you adjust the roads ever so slight like that? With the Move It mod, which I was just told about, and it is the single greatest thing ever. Wow, this is not entirely what I expect our landscape to look like. I could use the terraforming tools to flatten everything out. I don't know, this might be okay. Some of these parking spaces are, wow, that's a disabled parking right here. So you get out of, like, the van in your wheelchair, and then you just start to roll down the hill. Wah! Boom. It's also not that close to the building. Like, what? That's a terrible idea. Oh. Yeah, we could go with all electric cars. I think we'll wait until our economy stabilizes before we start running all those. It is getting better right away. As more people move in, we get some more tax dollars right away. A little bit of demand for everything, which is good, although never everything is filled up yet. Probably we'll get more demand for industry first, but again, not all the industry has been occupied. Looks a bit like Malibu right now. Means scary as hell if it rains. I don't know what the rain part is. Like, is it going to be flooding or something like that? Just the hills turn all slick. Some of these actually is giving me a bit of a San Francisco vibe. Right? Going down that road leading up to the piers. All right, we need a Bubba Gump Shrimp Company on the end of one of these. I think I kind of like that. Oh, mudslides. Well, if we plant enough trees, we may not have to worry about that. Speaking of trees, let's go and do that. So tree planting. Oh no, that's under this category here. And we're going to use palm trees, and because I have the tree brush tool, we can plop down 1 million trees very cheaply. These trees will get replaced as these buildings come in. But see, we can fill these little spaces here with trees, and that'll look nice. You see that? very nice. We need some parks and things like that. But our money situation getting better and better. We're losing almost $5,000 a tick. Now we're getting closer and closer to breaking even. Slight complaint about garbage here. We might not have enough garbage trucks. And if that's the case, we'll leave it for now. But if that's the case, actually, we can take a look at our... No, processing's fine. We are going to add recycling plants soon and change some of the things. The game adds streetcar after. The game does have streetcars, well, or trams, and we will be using that. We're going to be upgrading all these roads here to have the tram tracks, which look beautiful. And then we'll get some trams going on. And that will be our primary public transit. Okay, the outflow here. It's not very polluting, which is nice, because we're using the eco outflow. I think we can go and keep working on our road over here. So many trees. Quillith turned to the elven side. Well, you want more trees, so then you can chop them all down after, right? Exactly. So, from here, we're going to go out this way and try to keep, again, kind of a semi-constant distance. But knowing that we can tweak things is going to be very nice. Let's end that there. It's going to be fine. I might have to redo how that line goes, because it's a little straight. On the other hand, we could do something a little different in this area. You know, change up the pattern just a scooch. Oh, if we're happy with that. Maybe. Got room for a big, proper park over here. The slope is still crazy. Now, these shops, you know what? This is looking good. I mean, some of them are still, like, a little bit more low-end than we might like the look of. And, you know, in my head, I would prefer... Like, I like the ones, I think, that are right up against the street, as opposed to having the parking lots for some of them. But once we give this a zone... Again, we could do leisure, or we could do tourism, or some combination of the two. I think that might be more of the building look that I want for our waterfront. Fire in the industry? Oh my god. All the trees burnt down. I mean, we do have a fire department right here. Right here. We're going to need a fire chopper pretty soon, I think. Fire industry. You can turn off disasters, but, you know, what would be the fun in that? Hey, we're making money! Look at this! Positive income, and demand for all the things. Okay. So, I think I like the idea of continuing with low-density commercial on the waterfront. I think that'll give us a very cool look. I'll finish that path in a second here. Let's zone a little bit more high-density residential here. Now, what I probably will want to do is, as we get further and further away from the prime area, trickle down to low density. But I think I'm going to do another line of high density over here. We'll see. Fire's fine. So yeah, there's good room for something over here. We could put in... Well, we could put another high school in right here, or proper, like, kind of park stuff. I don't know what we want to do right here. Feels like this is a good spot for something. We don't have any... Oh, we do have some of these monuments, right? Traffic park? Children come to the traffic park to learn traffic signs and rules. Sounds pretty important. What else we got that's already unlocked? The fantastic fountain, the luxury hotel, the zoo. You know... Oh, that's way expensive. Way expensive. Yeah, we can't do anything like that. But, okay, the zoo's too big. Luxury hotel... Yeah, we can't do with the slope. We'll figure something out over here. Lamest park ever? Well, I don't know. I think the Sims, or the citizens here, really do need a little bit of help learning that stuff as early as possible, because they're kind of on the incompetent side. Really? May have to do a little nudge here, too. Oh, because I probably nudged it, now there's an overlap. Let me nudge you away. Then, build this again. then nudge you back to get rid of the sandy spots. Let me go and clean the rest of it up in a second. That may or may not have disturbed some of the buildings and or zoning. We'll check. I think I moved a tree into the river with one of my nudges. It's fine. Just because you can, yeah. My hands, like, when I'm nudging, my hands are on the arrow keys, and then when I'm thinking about, like, moving the screen, I, like, just use the arrow keys because my hands are there, except that does the nudge. Just want to get rid of some of these sandy spots again. Let's move you down, down, down. Get rid of that grass. Some exciting content here, guys. I know. It's great. Go. Okay, this is just lumpy. We may have to just smooth this to get rid of some of the effect, but you know what? I'll leave it there. And I like, so people are walking along these paths. Some of them are more sane than others. I like, you know, bikers and pedestrians and stuff will be a thing along the waterfront. Oops. There we go. I can foresee almost near unlimited tweaking of that. But let's go back to managing the town. We're making money. Let's take a look. Power is more than good. Water. Ooh, we're going to need some more sewage treatment. We'll probably do the full treatment plant. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and unlock this area here. And we'll put another one of these big treatment plants way there. It's going to be ludicrous amounts of overkill. And then we're going to go get you exploded. Oops, wrong button. I'm all on edge now. Over there. And powered up. Okay. Way overkill sewage treatment, that's fine. And actually, well, you know, I'll just move you to there. But we might just get rid of you. Who dat? Oh, first of all, I missed a couple. Captain Penguin, sorry, terribly sorry. This was like a while ago. My bad. Pronunciations reminds me of the train game where I gave you a typo-filled correction of the UK town of Gloucester. It's really pronounced Gloucester, yeah. Glad to finally fix this. The UK names are probably the single worst thing to try to pronounce right, like for city names, because they don't look at all the way they're spelled. Absolutely not. And it's because they're so historical. Some of the accents and things that have like shifted over time. So if you're just doing a blind reading of some of these things, it's like, what? Storveling, thank you as well for your contribution to the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund. I will actually be dipping into the whiskey probably in the second half of the stream. Hey, Quill, I always appreciate your streams, and thanks for doing them. Sorry not following more of them, and please tell me about your favorite kind of beer. I like all kinds of beer. Sometimes just, you know, just a regular like lager or pilsner or whatever when you're thirsty and it's hot is perfect. A lot of time I do like a slightly stronger beer. You know, certainly like all the Trappist beers and things like that. Sometimes I want an IPA, sometimes it's the last thing I want. Sometimes I want a stout, sometimes it's the last thing I want. It's really hard to pin down. Although if you do get a chance, a lot of people have never tried an Innocent Gun. Which is, even though I think it's a Scottish thing, it's very common in Canada actually. Do take a look at them, they're neat. And Tertia! Thank you very much as well. And Quill, let's get rid of this grass. Yep, sounds like a green city to me. Shut up. We've got dead bodies. Oh, that's the thing we're missing. We don't have a crematorium. Crematorium. Boom. We got some other health buildings as well. A sauna, of course, because it's a Finnish game developer. Let's go and put a crematorium right in here. And I think we're going to put a second one over here. Can never have too many people getting the dead bodies and avoiding problems. Have you ever tried German beer? Yeah, lots. Quite a few. Of course, we've had plenty of discussions about Kolsch before. Now, I'm not going to say that Kolsch is, you know, indicative of a typical German beer. It is what it is, but I've been to Cologne a lot, so, or Köln, or however you pronounce it. Yeah, I think we have enough. Oh, we don't actually have enough garbage capacity. Never mind. So we're going to get a recycling center. Does the recycling center pollute? A little bit, but maybe not as bad. You know, I think what we're going to do, even though we don't actually need road access to the water treatment plants, I think it feels stupid not to have it. So I'm going to extend a road out here. I don't know if it needs to be the avenue. It's like, I just want a utility road out here. It's going to be the end of that. So I think what's going to happen, to emphasize that, I will actually just switch to a 2-lane road over here. Just because it'll feel like it makes more sense if there's a road out to there, even though you don't need it. And we're going to put a recycling center out here. Bam. There we go. Near the highway. Get some more garbage trucks going out. Processing status has gotten better. That's excellent. Okay. Healthcare. Crematorium capacity is good. Healthcare availability is good. Fire. Okay, we have our fire thing over here. We do need one near the town as well. So I'm going to get one on these little crossroads, because these don't have a whole lot of, you know, there's not going to be as much traffic. We've got that. We'll have to build another one there, but here's where there's a lot of trees, so you know there's going to be freaking fire over there. Police. Crime rate's low. Our jail ability is a bit of a problem, though. So that's really expensive. I don't think we can justify building a prison right now. If I do, it might be out over here, though. I don't know. Somewhere else. We don't have an island to do like an Alcatraz kind of thing this time around, so we'll see how it goes. Bitburger's great. I like Bitburger a lot. Yes. Bitburger's actually what I order, like, when I was at Gamescom this year. I mean, when you got to, like, you know, when you got to one of the like, Kolsch pub type places, then you get that. That's fine. But when I was back at the hotel and, like, hanging out in a hotel bar in between, like, interviews, it'd be, like, a couple of hours to kill. I'd go back there, have myself lunch, order Bitburger. Which came in these giant mugs, and I loved it so much. Aw. So, we have a lot of demand for everything. Not housing demand right now, which makes sense since it's all high density. I think I might hate this. I don't know about you guys, but I think I've been leaving it here. I think I hate it. I think I'm gonna replace this. I mean, the start's fine, but I think I am actually gonna curl this road like this to continue hugging. You guys will... Pretty sure. Anyway, industry. Oh, good, more fire. Excellent. That's wonderful. Where's my fire trucks? I mean, the fire department's right here. Oh, there it goes. We have some okay. We have some education. I think what we can do is we can do some office buildings. But yeah, I'm really hating that. Still hating it. Suppose I could just be doing some nudging and shit, but... There. Done. Probably better to do it this way. So, let's get maybe some offices down. I don't have a university for, like, the very educated people, which a lot of the offices will want. But where would we want it? I think there would be, like... maybe a business sector. I feel like that sort of thing might develop right here. You know, keep expanding the residential over this way. And yeah, I think kind of office-y. It's giving me that vibe for some reason. Oh yeah, if they're on an avenue, they have to go all the way around. You're right. You have to take a right and then go, and then go, and they have to loop around a whole bunch because you can't go through the avenue. Good point. Good point. I would probably want to move it something else. Put on a dead end or put a 6-lane road or something like that. So that will be a delay. It's not the end of the world right now. Should make that forest area a nature preserve or something with trails. That's not a bad idea. I do like to do those sort of like manual parks. We can even do a little bit of that. We could put one little trails here just to allow people to walk from one of these blocks to another as well. I like doing that a lot. And we may do a lot of that sort of thing. Hey, gamer, thank you very much. Hi from the crematory. No, seriously. I work in a funeral home / cremation center during the week. I'm listening to the stream, and every time you say crematorium or cemetery, I giggle. Well, I'm happy that you're so cheery and chipper about things. Yeah, wow. That's excellent. Wind farm on the ridge? Maybe. Probably. You know what? For a visual point of view, that probably is the best idea. I was thinking of doing some, like, fancy housing up here. But you can't really make something be fancy housing. Like, it's not like it gets a bunch of extra land value from being up here, I think. So maybe just a wind farm on the ridge makes the most amount of sense. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to build some apartment or some office buildings over here. I think I'll put in a little bit more high-density residential over here as well. I don't know exactly how I'm going to build the roads. I don't know if I want to keep going this way or put the pattern that way. Well, there shouldn't be as many road intersections on this. There should be as few intersections as possible on this road here based on just good road design. We could actually... do something like this. Let me pause a sec because I've broken my power connection to our water intake. We can get rid of a bunch of these electrical poles, which don't really serve much of a purpose anymore. Do that. Then I think this is going to be high-density commercial. Now that can be fairly loud. We don't want it to be too close to some of the residential areas. We'll figure something out. We can buffer with parks and stuff too. Maybe just unpaint those little bits there and see what we can do. And then I think something kind of like this. There you go. And then start building some like smaller little neighborhoods inside. How'd you start with that much money? Oh, if you play with the, like, if you turn on the all milestones unlocked thing, it gives you all the milestone bonuses, which is important because you need a crazy amount of money to get everything kick-started. None of this needs to exist anymore. some of that might still have to be connected.